up, everyone? It is Books&Looks TV, and today I will be talking about The Good Assistant. This is a power dynamics and possibly a trope, and for some, unfortunately, it could be a career upskill or it could hurt their personal brand. So I think the earliest scenario and most shocking scenario I could think about the quote-unquote good assistant was Selena's manager.
And what's worse, a lot of the records are missing. Selena, I'm worried. She's been handling all the business of the boutiques.
I don't know what to tell you, Mr. Quintanilla. It's true. I did have a problem with the doctor I work with. But I would never take anything from Selena. Never. I love Selena. I don't remember these checks.
What about the missing records?
I don't know where they are.
And for those who don't know, Selena was this popular Hispanic singer in the 90s, and her assistant happened to be her best friend. While Selena was on the peak of her career, her assistant, at least as portrayed by media and of course in the movie, assassinated her while she was on stage. Now, this shocked a lot of people, and I believe made them feel more sympathetic towards Selena. But this is like one of the earliest signs I remember of seeing the assistant trope played out, or a bad situation of the assistant trope. Now, historically, there has always been some type of subordinate or help for those who are in the wealthier class. On The Simpsons, you can see people like Smithers being a puppet for his boss who owns a nuclear power plant. While he knows and often gives him advice on the bad decisions he's making, he's often checked and told to be quiet and insulted and just do whatever. So Mr. Burns is the name of the owner of the nuclear power plant, and Smithers is like his personal assistant, as some would say, his lapdog, or just someone who was loyal to him no matter what. And of course, money played a huge part of it. I remember a time even when Homer had protested the nuclear power plant, and he eventually was hired through Smithers to make the power plant look better, though it had caused a lot of
apathy.
So we march day and night
By the big cooling tower, they have the plans, but we have the power.
So we march day and night
By the big cooling tower, they have the plans, but we have the power.
Look at them all through the darkness I am bringing. They're not sad at all. They're actually singing. They sing without juicers. They sing without blenders. They sing without flungers, cap dabblers, and smandlers. Do tell Simpson I'm ready to deal. All right, Homer, you can have the dental plan on one condition. You must resign as head of the union. Smithers, I'm beginning to think that Homer Simpson was not the brilliant tactician I thought he was.
But even though that's a cartoon, you probably saying, why does that matter? You can see that this stuff happens in real life. So I'll go through a list of celebrities or those who had some type of association with people who were celebrities, and how them being loyal or a friend ended up hurting them. First off, I'll speak about Meagan. So Meagan Thee Stallion, as you guys know, is a popular rapper. She came up with Kelsie. Kelsie was someone she knew from her town of Houston, and Kelsie was seen in her earliest videos. Meagan often acknowledged her as a best friend. There were times where you could even see Kelsie just hyping her up, exercising with her, and even, promoting her to study in her videos. Yet there was a time where Kelsie's friendship would be put to the test, probably behind the scenes, but more popularly is when Meagan was shot. And a lot of people wondered, well, who shot her? While a lot of people did blame Tory Lanez, people wondered if Kelsie was jealous of Meagan. And after the situation occurred, you see them split up again. Now, briefly before, they had already were split up, but it seemed like when Meagan went to the top of her career after signing with Roc Nation, you could see that she did need a friend, and Kelsie was her friend. She accompanied her on the pool party to the Jenner's house, and unfortunately, she was present with her when she was shot. So while they both had acknowledged that men would never tear them apart and that money was their priority, it seemed like something within this situation did tear them apart, and they provided diss tracks to each other. This was very sad because a lot of people did see Kelsie as a close friend of Meagan, and also sad for Meagan, who was the victim of a gunshot wound. Next up, I'll talk about Jordyn Woods. Jordyn Woods is a daughter of a former music executive who passed away from cancer, and Jordyn Woods kind of got her wealth from her parents, her father, and she was close to celebrities like the Smiths, and she became close friends with Kylie Jenner. Jordyn Woods was often, I would say, the assistant, even if it wasn't formally. You could see her doing things for Kylie that no one else had seemed to do. They seem to have had a close friendship. Unfortunately, a party would happen, and Kylie and Jordyn Woods would end up being kissed or kissing Tristan Thompson, who was the boyfriend of Kylie Jenner's sister. So Jordyn Woods afterwards was dragged throughout the internet streets, and she was thought to be a home wrecker, though many people acknowledged that the home was already wrecked. But it did hurt her reputation, and I can say the Red Table Talk kind of helping to redeem her reputation. And afterwards, fortunately, you do see Jordyn Woods glowing up, getting her own brand and opportunities. So that was a different scenario for Jordyn Woods. Next, I'll talk about Whitney Houston. Now, Whitney Houston's assistant, I feel like she kind of needs her own episode. Her name was Robyn Crawford. She seemed to have grown up in the same area of New Jersey with Whitney, and while Whitney was going through all her battles of stardom, sexuality, and drugs, Robyn was there to care for her, and she was someone in her ear telling her, to stay stable, etc. There would come a point where Bobby Brown and her would not see eye to eye. Some would say it was some type of jealousy, since Bobby and Whitney had become closer, and Robyn seemed to be like, I guess you could say, a third wheel, unfortunately. And when it came time, at least depicted in the movies, to pick a side, Whitney chose her man at the time, who was Bobby Brown. Robyn was very hurt by this, and she would write her own records in her book. And that seems another instance of power dynamics and betrayal. Robyn lost her livelihood as an assistant for Whitney Houston, and she also lost a friend. In all of these scenarios, you do see how friendship and people's livelihood was at stake. That's why some people believe that you shouldn't have family as business partners, while others believe that's the only you can trust. But I would like to know what you think about this power dynamic, and do you think that it's fair or unfair? Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.